The People's Alliance Party (PAP), an opposition party, convened a press conference on Saturday to address the current situation in the country. The party also shared its vision and goals for the Gambia as it gears up for the 2026 elections. Some of the issues raised at the press conference included the high level of youth unemployment, crime rates, and others. The Secretary General and party leader of the People's Alliance Party (PAP), Mr. Ibrahim Taboramani, disclosed to the media some of the initiatives his party has undertaken since it was registered in 2022.
After the registration of the party also, we were working on the grassroots, movement for our party. That's why you haven't heard a lot, because we were trying to make sure that the party is well established and ready, because we want to make sure that PAP, known as the People's Alliance Party, becomes the most dominant party in this country. That we are very hopeful that that will happen. And we want to prove ourselves to the Gambians in this year 2024. So we are ready to play our active role in Gambian politics. We'll do everything that it takes, everything that is legal, to ensure that we are recognized. We'll participate in all political activities. We'll do what is needed and what is expected of us as well.
Mr. Mane said that his party was formed to promote unity and harmony among the Gambian people, regardless of their ethnic backgrounds.
We're here to clean up the country, to clean up the government. We know there's a lot of corruption in government. There's a lot of inefficiency. There's a lot of mismanagement. We wanted to make sure that there's a lot of unity in this country. And that unity, you can also symbolize that in the broom. You know, the broom is used for cleaning. So we're here to clean the nation. But if you look at this, the broom is made up of different sticks. So you put the sticks together, and then you tie it up, then it becomes strong. We want our citizens, our tribes, our Gambians, to make sure that we are united as one. This is a very small country. We are talking about 2 million plus, very small. Not even the size of a city in certain countries. Our neighbors here, Senegal, Dakar alone, Greater Dakar area is more populated than the Gambia. If you go to countries like Nigeria, you're talking about 200 million plus people. You go to India, more than 1 billion, China, more than 1 billion, US, more than 300 million. Gambia is 2 million plus. In fact, that should be our biggest advantage, because we are small, so it should be easy for us to unite. So we must not allow anyone, any group, whether it's a political party or individuals, to separate us.
He also expressed concern over the poor state of affairs in the country, which he blamed for the increasing number of young people who risk their lives to migrate to other countries.
The decisions that the government is doing is not favorable to the average Gambian. If you look at the economic sector, we know that Gambians are not major players in the economic sector of the country. If you look at agriculture, we'll get to that as well. I'm sure you've all had the complaints by the Gambian farmers. And the majority of people in the rural areas are mostly farmers. And a lot of them are definitely, complaining that even their produces cannot be bought by the government. But even before that, we know that there's high unemployment in this country. And those are reasons why we have people going through the back way to travel outside the country, to risk their lives, to travel to Europe or the Americas. We know that crime is becoming a problem in this country. Our security is a very big issue in the country as well. The health sector, nothing is working. You cannot even get a decent medication at the hospitals. Oftentimes, you would have to go to the pharmacies, private pharmacies, to get medication. So we said there's hardly hope in this country. There's hopelessness in the country. There's immense poverty in this country. And lately we said there's hunger in this country. We know that is something that is happening in this country.
The PAP leader lamented the high cost of living in the country, especially the exorbitant rent prices, which he said were unaffordable for the average Gambian.
Land crisis in the Gambia, and what we've noted, especially in the Greater Banjul area, it seems like the average Gambian cannot afford to buy even a plot of land, and renting also has increased. So these are things that we've discussed with people who are like-minded, who have concerns for their country, who are patriotic, and they're sincere and genuine, and mean well for their country. And we want to ensure that at least the Gambia, becomes a well-developed country, but also the citizens become respectable people in their own country. And unfortunately, if you don't have any role in the governance of your country, if you don't have any role in the economic sector of your country, if you're not in control of your security, then we said you are just a citizen, just by birth, with identifications, let's say passport. You can have your voter's cards, your driver's license, and what have you. But the role of a citizen, the dignity and respect that you deserve as a citizen, you will not have that. So because of so many things like that, we said, okay, what do we do to make those changes? We said, okay, we have to set up a political party. Because we know there's a lot of a lot of activists who complain about governance. We hear in the media people say government is not doing this, they're not doing that. But the complaints, are almost not paid attention to by the government, because they assume that they'll just complain and nothing can happen. So we said, then what do we do? If we think they're doing the wrong things, then let us come together, form our party. Come together with Gambians, and hopefully, when we're given the opportunity, to play a meaningful role or to be in charge, we can do what is right for the country.
He revealed some of the plans his party has for the Gambians, such as creating jobs, improving the health and education sectors, and strengthening the rule of law and democracy.
And what we said is that as a party, for every region, when we are ready, we'll have a farm that is owned by PAP, to set an example. Because we want to give the farm, that is the PAP farm, to give them seeds, and then to give them fertilizers, to make sure we provide tractors to them, so that people can see and emulate us. Secondly, we've said that our people, encourage them to do all their best to be engaged, because we've had people say that, okay, Gambians are lazy, they don't want to work. We encourage anything that you can do that is legal to have employment to do it.
The press conference, which took place at the People's Alliance Party office in Banjul, was attended by the party's supporters and sympathizers. Reporting for Kerfatu, I am Landin Cisse.